Hi there, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to see how to remove an item from a gallery in two ways. First, we are just going to remove directly when we click in a button with an icon, but later we are going to learn how to show this confirmation pop-up to make sure the user really agrees on deleting this record. This is very important in real-life scenarios, and in the way that I'm going to show here is very easy and straightforward to implement. This feature is very recent in Power Apps, and I'm very excited about it. By the way, this lesson is part of a course that I have for a very affordable price that you can find in the pinned comments. Now let's go to the lesson. Hi there! In the previous lesson, we learned how to update an item inside a gallery when we marked the checkbox. We used the patch function to update the collection that's showing in the gallery. Now we are going to do another part, that's deleting a records. Then we are going to learn more about working with galleries and deleting records from a data source. We want to change the delete button to show a pop-up before actually deleting, so the user can confirm that he or she really wants to delete. So let's get started. First, in the gallery, inside the template, that's the first row, I'm going to insert a button. So insert, button, and I'm going to use this button to remove a record. What I usually do is I remove the text, change the icon to the delete icon, that's the trash can, resize the button. I can actually even change the type of the button. Instead of primary, let's put outline, so we just have the icon and a border around it. And we can change the font color to red, so the button is red, the icon is red. Okay, now if I play the app and click, nothing is going to happen because we didn't put any formula yet in the button. We know that we can access the current row we are clicking by using the ThisItem property. So then what I want to do here is when I click the button, I want to remove the current row. So we kind of have a tip here. Since we want to remove, let's try this function, remove. There is a function with this name. Then we need to put the name of the data source, the name of the collection in this case, that's call tasks, comma, and then the item that we want to remove. In this case, let's put basically this item and close the parentheses. So when I click in that icon, it's going to remove this item, the current row, from the collection, and it's going to disappear from here because it's going to be removed. Also from the left table that we added here previously just to visualize. Let's try. I'm going to add a new task. Please remove me. And click on add task. Well, I could mark as checked. I could check it based on what we did in the last lesson. And now if I click on the delete icon, I'm going to call the remove function to remove this item from the collection. Let's see. Just clicked and it disappeared. Okay, but as we are seeing here, the user can just be curious and try. What happens if I click here? Okay, it's removed. Oh no, what can I do? So ideally, we need to add a confirmation button because the user is always going to try some click to see what happens and actually they don't want to delete. And for that, usually what we do is a pop-up that shows on top of everything, a confirmation pop-up. And recently, Microsoft has made that very easy with a new function in PowerFX that's called confirm. So let's see how it works. When I click on the button, instead of calling remove, I'm going to comment this because I will use this later, but now we want to show the confirmation pop-up. And now we just write something like this. Confirm, then we show the message. What's the message we want to confirm? Are you sure you want to delete these records? And then we can close parentheses. Right now, we are getting that this function is not available in this context because we need to enable it. It's not yet enabled in the current version of Power Apps that I'm recording the lesson. But I'm sure that in the future, when you're watching this, it's already going to be here. But right now, if you get the same message when you hover over this text, it's because we need to change the Power Apps version. So let's save now. And what I'm going to do now is go into the settings And here on support, we can see the current version of the editor. If I click on edit, I can change to newer versions and then select a newer version. Right now my version is 3.26.014.7 and I will select the latest one, that's 3.26.022.5. Keep in mind that maybe you don't need to do this because you might already have a newer version that has the confirm function. In my case, I need to click, reload, and apply this version, and the app is going to reload and I will be able to use it. Now that it reloaded, let's go back to that screen and I need to add tasks again because the app reloaded. So let me just select some pre-filled tasks here. Now we can go check on the button and then we don't see the error anymore because now we have the confirm function available to us. If I play the app and click on the button, it's going to show a confirmation pop-up. Let's try. Just clicked and then we see this message. Are you sure you want to delete this record? I can confirm or cancel. In both scenarios, the pop-up is going to close and soon we are going to see how to use this information. But before I want to show other customization properties that this pop-up has. So going back to the formula, we can add a second parameter and here we can put the options. For that we need to open and close the curly braces, and after opening and closing the curly braces, we can add these four properties. The text that goes in the confirm button, the text that goes in the cancel button, the title and the subtitle. Now, if we play the app, we are going to see all these elements. Now I see the title that I put delete confirmation, the subtitle, and then the first text that goes when you just open the pop-up, the first parameter, and we can see that the buttons changed their texts. Right now, if I click yes, delete, nothing is going to happen because I didn't set what's going to happen when the delete is clicked. And in order to do that, basically what we need to do is also in the button, when we call the confirm function, we need to put an if to check the results. So basically, if I click on yes, delete, it's going to return true. If I click on cancel, it's going to return false. Basically what we need to do is to put inside a conditional, a if. So basically I put this inside an if as the first argument. Once I click, the pop-up is going to open and wait for me to decide. And then if I click on true, I want to execute something. That's going to be the second parameter of the if function, because this is going to run only when the first parameter evaluates to true. So in this case, let me comment it. If true, delete. So here we want to remove the record. In this case, we can put remove code tasks ThisItem. Otherwise, I put a comma, and then this is what's going to run if I click on cancel. If clicked on cancel. Well, I don't want to do anything if I click on cancel. So I can put false, it means it's not going to do anything, or I could even ignore this part. But I'm just leaving here so you can see and understand that in case I click on cancel, I could do something here. For example, go back to another screen or show a notification to the user and so on. Now let's see. If I click on play, then I click on delete and click on cancel, nothing happens. But if I click on yes, delete, the if condition is going to evaluate to true and run the remove function. So now I'm clicking and it was removed from the collection. In my opinion, this confirm function helps a lot on adding these confirmation buttons and confirmation pop-ups. It speeds up a lot the development because before we would have to build a big logic around that to show the pop-up, hide the pop-up, get the selected item in a variable so we know what to remove. But now it just works inside the button and the pop-up shows here in a very nice way. Just a quick tip, if you want to customize even more, let's say that in the title you want to show some emoji, for example, you could add that. For example, in the title, where we have delete confirmation, we could add an emoji here of the trash can. If you're on Windows, you press the Windows key and dot, and it will show your emoji keyboard. But here I'm on Mac, so I actually don't know the shortcuts. I hope you also found this very useful, and see you in the next lesson. And for you that are here on YouTube, please check the pinned comments where you have the link to the full course in case you want to follow the lessons in order. And in order to help me to post more free content like this here, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll leave you with a recommended video. See you in there.